Hi, you're on the Movie Girl channel. This couple, Jenna and Jamie, are madly in love. They talk about getting married, but they don't know that their plans won't come true. On the way, they get into a car accident. Her fiancé is dead, and Jenna is trapped in the wrecked car. 3 years later, Jenna's best friend Renee invites her for a weekend away. She's worried that Jenna can't get over her dead fiancé and wants to get her personal life in order. Renee introduces Jenna to her boyfriend Michael and advises her to keep an eye out for handsome Ian. They have a cool weekend ahead of them, and to get to the cabin, they take a boat across the lake. On the pier, Ian confesses to his friend that he likes Jenna, but Michael is skeptical. She's cute and smart, but it'll be hard to get along with her. On the beach, the boys are greeted by the big guy, Wade.
Hey, he looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, he's the reason why we're here.
This is Ian's uncle, and he's going to give the boys a cabin for the weekend. Ian doesn't waste any time and invites Jenna to the dance tonight. Wade pours the guests a welcome drink, but Jenna refuses. She leaves the company and goes into the house. She needs to take the antidepressants she is still taking 3 years after the tragedy. Renee and Mike hurry to the bedroom and leave the couple alone. They want to cook dinner and get to know each other better. At dinner, it turns out that Ian has a good education in physics.
True poverty.
Thank you.
Wade has tickets for a private dance tonight, but he can't go himself. He has an emergency. He leaves the company and goes somewhere with a shovel. But what's he up to? Michael suggests they try the sauna by the lake, but they're having a party tonight, aren't they?
I don't know, it just doesn't sound too party-ish.
I don't know, I think it sounds kind of wordish.
But the guys insist because they still have time. Jenna doesn't like the idea, but she doesn't want to disappoint her friends. She leaves her wedding ring in the drawer with the antidepressants and is about to start a new life. The temperature in the steam room has already reached 182 degrees. Michael and Ian are already inside getting beer.
Hello, boys.
Renee soon joins them. She sits down next to her boyfriend. But where's Jenna? Ian decides to go get her and finds her just outside the door. She changed her mind and wanted to leave, but now she has to join everyone. The girl's worried and has taken 2 bottles of water with her. It turns out that Wade built this dry steam sauna himself.
That's pretty cool.
Get out way.
The gas heater can reach 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and there are hot rocks on top. The heat made Renee quite hot. Drop a like if you agree. She only lasted 2 minutes, so the company decides to cool off in the lake. They go outside and everyone has fun jumping into the water. Then they decide to warm up again in the sauna. The girls go in first and take their places, and the boys go to get booze, but Michael gets too drunk. He can't even stand on his feet. Soon, the company is running off to dive in the lake again. Ian invites Jen to the sauna one last time. They go in together and have a nice chat, and Michael offers his girlfriend to keep him company upstairs. But Renee resents him for getting drunk again. They get into an argument. Renee goes into the sauna, leaving a furious Mike outside. She complains to her friends that Michael is ruining the party tonight. A rumble is heard outside.
Michael, what are you doing out there?
Ian wants to go and get his friend and reconcile them, but Renee stops him. Michael had better go to sleep. Her mood is finally soured, and Renee decides to leave them, but for some reason she can't open the sauna door. Ian tries too, but the door won't open. Now they are locked in, and Jenna has a panic attack.
Open it!
The girl is worried because she hasn't taken her pills. Ian tries to open the door with all his might, and then again and again, but the door doesn't budge an inch. Renee thinks it was Michael who locked them in.
Michael!
Even Michael would play a joke like that.
But no matter how loud they screamed, no one came. Ian reckons Michael will soon get fed up and let them out himself. Sauna's bad for the heart anyway, so it's best not to panic. They drink water to beat the heat. Maybe Wade will let them out. But Ian is sure he won't be back soon. He thinks they're at a party. Renee suggests breaking the window, but Ian is sure they'll come out soon. No need to damage the property. Jenna knows that the main risk in the sauna is heat stroke. First, your body stops cooling itself, then you get dizzy and nauseous, and then you pass out. They can't turn off the heater, all the controls are outside, but Jenna finds some kind of sensor on the wall. It's an electronic thermostat, and when the temperature inside drops, it gives a signal and the heater comes on. But how to use it? At that moment, the gas in the heater goes on. The girls offer to break it, but it's not worth it.
No, don't touch it. It's gas. And that's the last thing that we want to be inhaling right now.
Renee panics and tries to break the window with a sauna ladle. She bangs on the glass as hard as she can and calls for Michael, but he never comes. Ian can't wait any longer. He He tries to pull the red-hot stone out, but breaks the ladle. He has managed it, but the stone is too hot to hold. He gives the girls a last sip of bottled water, pours the rest into a sauna bucket, and throws the stone into the water. When it had cooled down a bit, the man grabbed it and started to smash it against the window of the door. But the stone only scratches the glass. The hard blows hurt Ian's hand, but the window remains intact. Then he hits again with all his might and manages to break the glass. The girls take turns greedily breathing in the fresh air. Through the broken window, they notice that the door is propped up by a wooden ladder. Did Michael really do it? At least there's fresh air, and it seems to be cooler. But soon the thermostat will kick in, and the stone oven will heat up even more to maintain a temperature of 185 degrees. Ian puts a stone in a sheet and pushes it through the broken window. He tries to move the ladder with a kick, but fails. Then Renee wants to check the thermostat. If it's broken, the heat might just go out.
If we just break this thing!
But Ian warns that it could be worse. This thing can heat up to 250 degrees. If something goes wrong, they'll just fry. Renee throws a tantrum. They are already dying. Smashing the thermostat is their only chance. But Jenna stops her. The main thing is to buy some time and wait for help. A fight breaks out between them, and Renee takes out her anger on her friend. Suddenly, Ian's attention is drawn to the sauna lights, and his brilliant idea is to short-circuit them and blow the fuses. If the power goes out, the heater could go out too. He asks the girls to hand him a bucket and a ladle. He presses a wet rag into the base of the lamp. A flash of light illuminates the sauna. An electric shock goes through Ian's body, knocking him unconscious. He's not a great physicist. Now there is no light in the sauna, but the heater works perfectly. Renee can't find a place in the hot room, and Ian can't get up from the floor. Jenna starts to talk about their past, but Renee reproaches her. After her husband's death, she closed herself off. Suddenly they hear barking from behind the wall. Wade's dog has found them. Everyone screams for help. Are they really saved? But soon the dog has run off somewhere. Meanwhile, in the woods, Wade and his sidekick are getting ready for something. They're preparing fireworks for a party the friends never got to. But the dog has brought Michael. When his friends heard his voice, they called for help. Then the fireworks start. Fascinated by the sight, Michael moved to a better vantage point. Even the dog realizes that Michael can't be counted on. A good boy finds Wade in the woods and tries to get his attention, but Wade thinks the dog has been frightened by the fireworks. Nevertheless, the job is done, and he heads home. On the way, he spots Michael. He tells how he ended up here. He passed out on the couch and was woken up by a dog barking. His friends weren't in the house, so Michael decides to go to the party. But his stupid friends don't leave him the ticket, so the bouncers refuse to let him in. Then Wade suggests they hang out together. The dog hints that it's time to go home, but they just leave him by the side of the road. Meanwhile, in the sauna, the friends drink the last of the water from the bucket. They won't last much longer, and Renee decides to take one last chance. She grabs the thermostat, but Jenna stops her. The hysterical hottie insults her friend, and Jenna hits her over the head with a rock. Renee is knocked out and falls to the floor. Jenna fears that she has killed an exhausted girl, but Renee is still breathing.
She'll be fine.
But she's bleeding.
Meanwhile, Michael is chilling by the lake. Wade asks if they enjoyed the sauna, but the man is so drunk he only just remembers he was there. Jenna apologizes. She should have kept the thermostat on to survive, but Ian suggests that she overdid it. Renee could save them all. Then Jenna rushes to the thermostat and angrily smashes it to pieces, but this only causes the heater to burst at full blast. Now only painful death lies ahead. Ian panics and starts kicking the glowing heater. He begins to lose his mind and frightens Jenna. In a rage, he throws himself at the burning furnace and tries to destroy it. Not sparing his own hands, he swings at the pipe, damaging it. The gas escapes, and there's an explosion in the furnace. Boom! It sends the door flying outwards. Jenna can't believe it. She turns to see that Ian hasn't survived the blow. The girl's ears ring, but she runs home and drinks water greedily. But why is the girl hallucinating, hearing Renee's voice in her head? Michael returns from a party, but the house is still empty.
Still not here.
He gets tired and falls asleep on the couch. Jenna starts hallucinating from the concussion and wakes up trapped in the same sauna. Except now everything is filled with gas and it is impossible to breathe. But she decides to save her unconscious friend. Jenna ties up a sheet and hangs it on the closed door. Then she puts Renee's arms through the sheet and secures her to the window. Now she can breathe. Wrapping a towel around her hands, the girl begins to pull the glowing stones out of the kiln. Beneath them, she finds a hole in the gas pipe, but the oxygen is running out and she has to catch her breath at the broken window. Jenna rushes back and plugs the gas pipe with a piece of the ladle, but it's too late, and she passes out. Michael dreams of tripping outside the sauna door and accidentally knocking over the ladder. Leaning her against the door, he hurries into the toilet. When his friend opens the door, the ladder blocks it.
What the hell happened down here?
Through the broken window of the sauna, Wade sees the motionless girl. In the next shot, he explains to the police that he was at work. Ian's body is taken away in an ambulance.
I'm sorry.
Renee regains consciousness on the way to the hospital. She notices Jenna's burnt hands. She's the one who saved them.